Okay, Monie, can you give me your name?
Monie, short for Monica. Rawn, R-A-W-N.
And can you give me some idea of your age? Are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable. I'm almost 80.
Wow. And I'm wondering, is it all right with you if I use your words for writing papers for research purposes?
Sure.
And if I give a copy of this interview to the Hungarian Academy for their folk dance collection?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about your background?
Oh my God, there's 80 years of background. What kinds of things
Are you from this area?
I'm from Minneapolis.
Really?
Originally, yeah.
And how did you end up here in Long Island?
I ended up here on Long Island, having married my husband, who is a New Yorker. But he had a job at, he was a professor of psychology at Post College, and so we moved to Long Island.
And can you tell me when and how you got involved with folk dancing?
Oh God, I've been dancing almost all of my life. I started dancing by standing on my older sister's feet, and she taught me the waltz. That was my first dance. And then we danced at home. I'm one of 9.
Oh, wow.
And so we danced at home. And then, let's see, I went to school, and I think it was the first grade that we learned the first folk dance, which goes, the men around the lady, and the lady around the men, all join hands, circle to the left, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, and so that was my first folk dance. And then I continued teaching my friends ballroom dancing. And then in college, I had a part-time job teaching ballroom.
Was this in Minneapolis?
No, this was already in New York, in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn. And let's see. In Brooklyn College, there was Fred Burke. Do you know Fred Burke?
No, I might know him. I might.
Well, he was a well-known Israeli choreographer and dancer, and I took a course at Brooklyn College with him. And then at Brooklyn College, one of my courses was public speaking, and I was terrified of that, terrified. So I decided that one of the ways I could get through it was to teach a folk dance and make sure that the teacher got involved. And so I taught one of the line dances, a simple one, and she was so involved looking at her feet and figuring it out, she couldn't be bothered listening to my speech.
Oh, wow. Diversion.
Yeah. And then I took a folk dance course and ended up teaching it at Brooklyn College. It was a gym course. And
can you give me a year for this?
1950, must have been around 1955 or 1956 in college. So then I had my kids. We were living out on Long Island, and there was a man by the name of Frank Kanapasik. Does that ring a bell?
Maybe a little bell.
A little bell. Well, he taught a group at Levittown, and one of my colleagues told me about him, and you might know him, George, and sometimes Joe, George and Ray. Do you know them? Nemovitcher?
I might know them.
I bet you do.
You know, when I went to the Huntington group, there were a lot of people I knew, but I didn't know their names.
Yeah. Well, he told me about this Frank Kanapasik's group in Levittown, and that's where we folk danced every Sunday night. And after doing the same dances, it got a little boring. Jeannie Schneider. Do you know Jeannie?
Yeah.
Jeannie's in-laws lived across the street from us in Jericho. And Jeannie told me about the Huntington group. So now we're talking about 1962. And so I went down to the Huntington group, and that group has been in existence in dancing more than 50 years, maybe about 55 years. And then we stopped dancing there about, I would say, a year or two ago. The Huntington dance group is no longer, but most of the members there, the dancers, now dance in Plainview with Estelle. And
well, is she still leading dancing?
she's doing the program. She does the program, and the ones who lead it are June. You know June?
Yeah.
June Weiss. June, Barbara Cario, Carol Maniac, Lois Blatt, and me. So we do that. And we meet every Tuesday morning.
Tuesday mornings?
Yes. We invite you.
Oh, thank you.
To come.
I probably will come.
So it's international dance.
Is it throughout the year or just in the summer? Because I remember we used to do
throughout the year.
Throughout the year?
Yeah. When Estelle and Bill go to Florida, January, February, and part of March, then I lead the group. With assistance from the others.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's like a co-op.
Yeah. I'm so glad to see that it's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, while we're going on, of course, you know about Ellen Golan's group and all of the others. So,
what are the others that you can name?
Well, I know that Danny Uziel has a group. I think it's on Thursday. He does Israeli. Ellen has a group. I think it's on Thursday, sometime in the day, but I'm not sure. Then Sid, Sid and Ida had a group too. I think Sid had a class in Hofstra. I'm not sure. You're in touch with them? Because they would probably be able to fill you in.
I may ask you for contact information.
Okay.
Soon, at another date when I get back.
Sure.
Can you tell me what you knew about the history of folk dance in the United States when you started out, or now? Zero.
I'm not much on the history. Just on the music and the dance of it.
When you started teaching it, had that class been going on for a long time?
The group, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you about the first time I taught for the Huntington group. We learned to dance. Maybe you know the name of it. It's Kulsko Oro. Do you know that dance? And I was very intrigued with the hands and the feet. I love that dance. So at that time, Saul Berg taught the group, or led the group before Estelle did. Estelle took over, actually, from Saul Berg. And anyway, Saul was a force to be reckoned with. He held the group together fiercely. Anyway, I asked him if I could teach Kulsko Oro. I was relatively new to this group. And he said to me, well, what are your credentials? And I said, credentials? Well, I have a master's degree in social work. He said, okay.
Oh, nice. That's so funny.
So that was the first dance I taught. But, I proved that I could teach.
That you could teach, lead.
So I was privileged to teach other dances.
Oh, that's so nice. do you know, was Sal the one to start the group in Huntington?
No, Estelle didn't start the group.
Or I mean Sal?
Sal?
Sal Berg? Did he start the group?
No, actually there was someone before him, and nobody knows this person's name. He's not been with us. I never met him. So I don't know who started the group. I don't know how Sal got the group together either. But while he was there, we had a wonderful tradition. You probably know this because I think that Roger was part of the group, but we went to Solway's for weekends, dancing and teaching, twice a year at that point. And so Sal, I think, started that tradition. And we kept it up until sometime in, the 21st century. It was a wonderful tradition. We had dancers from all over, choreographers from all over. And then we had our Saturday night antics. Just a lot of fun.
I think I might have gone once. I think I might have gone with Roger. It sounds very familiar. I
remember the two of you doing, the humbo together. Right? You still dance?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah. When you were teaching in college, was there very much emphasis on the history of folk dance?
No.
Or
when I say I was teaching in college, what I really mean was I took a gym course that was called folk dance. And I ended up teaching that class, because the teacher was really a gym teacher. So she saw that I knew folk dancing and asked me to, just teach the classes. But it was nothing formal or anything.
It was, and it was about the dances themselves.
It was about the dances themselves.
And before then, you might have said this already, but before then, how did you pick up knowledge of different folk dances?
By attending, and that's the secret. Just keep attending.
And so you were attending other dance groups before the gym class?
Let's see. I took a course with Fred Burke at Brooklyn College. Then there was a teacher, Jim Gold, I think taught at the one of the Ys. It may have been the McBurney or the maybe the 23rd Street Y, I don't know. And I took classes with him. This goes back such a long time.
Oh, yeah. There is such a history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in New York, did you know the Hermans at all?
I did know the Hermans. I danced with them a couple of times in the city. I know that they had a class way out on Long Island, but by that time, I was connected to
other groups. Yeah.
But certainly, they really are to be commended because they put folk dancing on the map. Everybody knows them.
Yeah. Okay, there are a couple of things that I'm very interested in. What did you find in folk dancing? What was it that made you want to do it?
Oh, so many things. It really transports you. It just transports you into another state of being. And there's just something wonderful about looking around the group and seeing this unifying force, no matter how varied the individuals are. They come together and put aside everything else that goes on in their life and dance, and there's just a feeling of unity. It's a wonderful feeling. It's better than drugs. Although I shouldn't say that because I haven't tried drugs. Let's make that very clear.
Would you say that that is the most important thing about it to you?
To me. The music and the motion of the body. It's just a wonderful feeling to move the body to beautiful music. And when we've gone on trips, as you can see on my wall, all of the different places where we've danced, to be able to hold hands with people that you've never seen before from different countries. They have a totally different life, a different culture, but they dance together. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Oh, that's lovely. How important was it to you to know about the dances themselves?
Shall I be honest and say it's not important to me?
Oh.
I'm not like you are. I don't have cognition about the dances. It's visceral. Not that it has to be either or, but with me it really is visceral. If I know that this dance is Israeli or this dance is Armenian, that's okay with me. That's all I have to know. Just play the music and let's dance.
And how important is it to you to know that there are villagers somewhere that dance just exactly like that?
Well, that's very important, which is why I've gone to these places to dance. It brings it home.
It brings it home, and you dance with people whose dance it is to begin with. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.